Morning. Sorry about the pause there. Having a bit of a moment with the old technical things as usual. I don't know what it is with Twitch, but honestly. Oh, here's the puppies. Them puppies, they hear their names being called. Hi, babies. How are you doing? Hi. Oh, yes, Mummy, you're working. We come and say hi. We come and say hello to everybody. Hello, Mama. Hello, Mama. Hello, Mama. Hi. Hello, Boo. Do you want to say hello? Oh, Miss Maddie's saying hello this morning. Do you want to say hello, Boo Boo? Oh, woo woo woo. Oof. Just a oof this morning from him. Well, it's One Book July for those of you who don't follow me on YouTube. Don't think there's many of you, but that's what we're doing, and we're bullet journaling and all that kind of stuff according to the bullet journal method, not big elaborate spreads. Hey, Rich. And one of the questions I had on YouTube was, how do you add creativity into your bullet journal if you are not particularly artistic, you're not particularly interested in being creative all the time, so you don't have a sketchbook, you don't want to do elaborate spreads, you want to keep your bullet journaling simple and plain, but every so often you fancy doing something in your journal. So, here's a couple of ways you can do it. Or at least one. I mean, I might only get round to one, you know what I'm like. But I've got a whole list of ways you can do it. Currently typing around your cat. Oh, cat butt in the face, trying to type. Yes, I know the feeling. I've been there, I've done that. I thought we would start with some super simple ones. Super simple. I have lots of ideas for this, so what we can do is, if I don't get to show you that many today, I will do let's find a couple of interesting washi tapes that are not too, oh, that's a cool one. Don't want anything too overpowering. I don't want massive. I like my black and white washi tapes. Hi, KK. So I'm going to grab my black and whites and that sort of thing. That I may need as well. Oh, that's an interesting one too. So there's some black and white washi tape. And what I'm going to do is add a few bits of creativity to my journal. Like I say, I'm a very black and white girl, but if you want to add colour or something. Rach! Auntie Rach is here, Scooby-Doo. Scooby-Doo. Auntie Rach is here.
Oh.
She is, yeah. You know the one who sent you your sardine biscuits? The fishy biscuits? Your fishy Scooby snacks? Oh, those, yes. That's right. You can't have one right now. You had one earlier. Yeah, I'm just going to do some simple stuff to show people how you can be creative in your bullet journal without feeling like you have to do elaborate spreads and layouts and, you know, the typical artistic bullet journals that a lot of people are like, well, I don't want to do that. The first and most simple way is to simply turn the page and sketch something. Well, that's not a very good example of turn the page and sketch something. Let me give you an example of turn the page and sketch something. Here we go. It's a collection all on its own. There's something wrong with my camera. It's at a funny angle. Hang on, let me see if I can fix that. Oh, there we go. That's better. I don't know why you got it auto-modded for that. You're a mod, aren't you? Oh, no, you're not a mod. Hang on. Add friend. No, I don't want a blocker. I want to I think you have to accept my friend request, KK, for me to make you a mod. I'm not sure, I can't remember. Yeah, I don't know what's offensive about Egyptian collage, but yeah. Version 1, turn the page, draw a sketch. Simple as that. Doesn't have to be like this. It could be super simple. It could be a really quick sketch of your dog. It could be a small, elaborate drawing. And you could just, you could do something like this, but very small, if that's what you prefer. Or you could have a page of these, like a lot of people do in their Hobonichi, where you do one each day of the month, or one as often as you feel like it. You don't have to feel like you have to do it every single day. This kind of creativity is for people who just, sometimes they feel creative and they don't have a creative outlet, but hey, let's do something. And also, it doesn't have to be art. You can just as easily turn the page and write a short story or a poem or do some wordplay. Anything like that can still be turned into a collection all on its own. So when you're done, the idea is for this kind of creativity, this has no bearing on anything else. So when you're done, you could stick those pieces of paper together. It would make no difference to the rest of your book. Okay? That's what you're aiming for. It just happens to be that on that page, you have a sketch. Number 2, a really super simple way of jazzing up your bullet journal is to go back to a page that has a spare bit of whatever and add a photo. Or add a photo today of something you did today. Say you went out on a day trip. You've got a couple of lines in your bullet journal and the rest of the page is blank. Pop in a couple of photos from the day. Pop in the tickets from where you went. Use it like a little mini scrapbook. Just for that day. So it becomes your daily log of what you've done today. Oh, I went to the cinema this evening. There's my cinema ticket. I went to see this film. Write a little review of the film. Did you enjoy it? Have you seen others? Like it? Is it one of a series? Are you up to date on the series? All that kind of stuff. When's the next one coming out and are you excited for it? That's the kind of thing that you can put in your daily logs. So that's number 2, add a photo. Number 3, add ephemera from your day that is relevant to your day. You could even put, like I do, a time and a couple of lines. Went to the cinema with Fred and Susan. Haven't seen them for a while. Nice to catch up, whatever. Went for a quick bite afterwards. It doesn't have to be fancy. It's a record of your day. If you do keep a journal, and you keep a journal separately, you've then got a nice little snapshot of that day that you can elaborate more. Perhaps talk about what you and Susan talked about. The news, what's happened with them, what's happened with you since the last time you met up, and so on. Another super simple way of filling up those empty spots, if you want to. Some people like the white space, and that's okay too. But if you've got a white space and you want to fill it up, put in a picture that you just really like. Somewhere here I've got my dog. It's really hard to find him. There we go. We can never find him. This was from my calendar for last month. And I cut him out because I thought he was really cute and I didn't know what to do with him. So, bam, stuck him in my journal. As it happens, I did an oracle reading that this picture fitted. So I used this as part of my oracle reading. So I kind of used this picture to demonstrate what the oracle reading was about. What number are we up to? Is that 5 or 4? Add a photo. Log your day. Put in a picture. Draw something. That's 4. Okay, 5. Draw or write something, okay? If you're a writer, write something instead of drawing it. That's fine. Another way of doing it, number 5, illustrate something. So this is a page that I'm going to do about Mercury, the messenger of the gods. It's part of my myths series that I'm doing with my patrons. As you can see, I did a lot of internet searching last night, but not an awful lot of actual writing. So I didn't get to do the writing, but I do have it clear in my head what I want to put. I just haven't had a chance to do it yet. As part of that, we've illustrated Mercury on the page. Of course, if you can't draw, it doesn't matter. Find a colouring page or print something off the internet. It's your bullet journal, so it's not like you're going to publicly, be reproducing it. Obviously, if you're going to put it on the internet and it's not your work, you'll want to know which magazine it came from, or at least credit the artist if you've printed something off the internet. In fact, it's really nice if you've used somebody's art in your journal just to stick it in. Find their tag on Instagram when you post your picture and link them and say, hey, this is the artist. Go check out their work, Share the love. Hey, Ina. Okay, so that's 5, I think. Who can count? That's the first 5. I'll worry about the numbers later. Here's another one. This page, I've started doing, instead of starting a new page every day, I've decided to just continue my bullet journaling so that my daily logging stays together. And then if I want to do extra stuff, it's on other pages. But if I want to split these two up, there's nothing better than a simple bit of washi tape, right? So, and it doesn't have to be massive. It doesn't have to be overwhelming. That's why I like black and white. But also, you can do fun things if you've got patterned tape. If you just take a patterned tape like this, you can cut it along where the lines are. To make really thin washi tape, which you can then stick to the table because washi tape doesn't stick to everything all over. So, using your hopeful ability to cut in a straight line, you can now do super thin lines of washi tape in between, like that. See? White backgrounds disappear. And let's see, we've just got to line that up so it's up that way. There's a set of 2, so this one's going to overlap with that one there. And it's close enough. Do a tiny little filler there just to make sure it fits together. And super simple, but very, very pretty and decorative. You don't have to go crazy. I'll find another use for that bit. Let's have a look at what else we've got. Oh, of course. Very simple way of zhuzhing up your journal that I've already shown you is using signifiers on the top of your pages to make it easy to find what your pages are, easy to find certain pages. So this one is for, hello baby. This one is for meetings with students. So, where's my stickers, Maddie? Oh, my stickers is over there. My stickers is over here. You stole my stickers. You stole my stickers. You did. You stole my stickers. That's part of my class stuff. So I will use a nice big red star. There we go. So I now know that that is orangey red, so it's to do with Patreon. It's a star, so it's witchy stuff, and the title tells me what the page is. But when I'm flipping through, I know I'm looking for the red stars when I'm looking for my private sessions. Okay. I really don't know what number we're up to now, but let's see what else we've got. Oh, add a quote. Now, a lot of people, you say add a quote to your journal, they either think write it like this, or they think, oh, I have to be a calligrapher who can do brush lettering. Wrong. Something as simple as writing it out in print, capitalising the keywords and boxing them in, going over the header to make it just a little bit thicker so it stands out, and maybe doing a border around it will make it stand out in your journal. So it becomes, you know, it's the quote equivalent of a dog stuck in. Actually, this isn't even a quote. It's a list that I saw from the Ambition Plan. 6 signs you're doing much better than you think you are. So that's kind of like a meme, I guess, or a list. I've got another list back here that I added to a log page. I really need to start using my index now, you see. Page 20. So, page 20. Here we go. We're getting there. We're getting there. We're getting there. Pressure busting tips. This is another list, but it's a list taken from an article. So I mapped out the header. I put in the headings for each section. I wrote a little bit about each one. I could maybe make that stand out if I want to. So again, I could use a bit of washi tape if I want to. Or I could, equally, here we go. I already used red for the title. So let's do something to show that this is all one bit. Like that. And let's do something super simple. This is the kind of thing you can do when you're not really bullet journaling. You just kind of want to do something with your hands. Maybe you're sat watching telly or something. You want to do a bit of creative stuff, but you're not really in the mood to draw or write or whatever it is you do. Grab your bullet journal and doodle a border. Now you can see that all of that goes together. And if you really wanted to, you could go back and colour them in. Nice and meditative. You can take your time and do it properly, or you can just do loose little scribbles. I'm a loose little scribbler. I like to do things on my hands, but I like them done quickly. I'm not going to spend all day colouring in loads of these. In fact, I would probably start with doing every other one. In case I got bored, then I would only have to do half of them. I'll finish those off later when I'm sitting watching telly. What about something like, here's a daily log page. I've got a bit here. These And this really confused me. Look at these two covers. Don't they look almost identical? I've been convinced I bought the same magazine twice because to me they looked almost the same. It was only when I got them side by side that I realised actually they are not the same at all. They're by the same artist, obviously. They're the same style, but they're not the same cover. So I nearly threw out a magazine I haven't used yet. But these magazines usually have quotes and things in. As you can see, I've taken out some of the quotes. Let's see what's in this one. Here's a good quote. Being a workaholic can have a serious impact on your health as well as the lives of those you hold dear. The good news is there are ways to learn how to clock off. That's kind of a cool reminder, actually. I like that. As someone who has a tendency to work all the time. So let's grab that and see what we can do with that. Are you at your mum's, Rach? Is Dor with you? Hi, Dor. If you're there. So, this is too big for the page. So I'm going to have to chop it up a bit. That's okay. So, being a workaholic can have a serious impact on your health. That will fit on one line. Let's trim this out. I kind of like that torn edge, but it's not torn evenly, which will bother me. If you've got fancy scissors, you could use fancy scissors for this too. Just make the edges decorative. Okay, being a workaholic can have a serious impact on your health. Got to be careful with this because I've broken a little bit. As well as the lives of those you hold dear. Is that fits perfectly, look. You could just leave it at that, you know, if that's the bit that you're thinking, oh, that's a very poignant reminder. I need to know. I need to be seeing that a lot. Tabitha! Hi, Buttsall! Nice to see you here. We're just doing some creative bits in our bullet journal that don't require being artistic in any way. So there's our reminder. The good news is there are ways to learn to clock off. I like that. Let's do something with that. So, what can we do to make that a bit more fun? I know, it's black and white. So, if I section off up to, let's say this bit here. If I'm going to do, let's use down to there and up to there. So I think what I'll do is use this black and white washi tape as a background. Oh, a fun idea. I'm going to make it loose. I'm not going to worry about measuring it or turning it into a perfect square or anything like that. Just going to line it up. I do like my black and white stripes. Whoops. Oh, finger's not working. Hands are not working today. There we go. Perfect. Now, the way to get washi tape to stick properly is to make sure that you press it down. So I'm going to turn my page over, and I'm just using a credit card to make sure that there's no air underneath. That also gets rid of that curl, which is really annoying. Now we need some Pritt stick. So that's going at the bottom there. That's going at the top there. So pretty much, I've got 3 rows of washi tape. So if I put each row of words in the middle of each row of washi tape, that's going to be a nice even spacing without having to think about it in any way at all. Whoops. There we go. Oh, I got the shakes. Goodness me. So pop that down and then put it into place. And the fun thing about this is that you can, you know, when you're browsing magazines, or, you know, if you're flipping through your magazine at work or whatever, you can just make a note in your bullet journal on the day that there's a really good quote on page whatever of your magazine. And then later you can cut that out and pop it in the back of your journal, or stick it on the day that you saw it. Whatever you want to do. Hey, Cody. Okay, I've got to make sure I get these two the right way round. What's this? The lives of those you hold dear. Okay. Oh, that's nice and easy too. That's because those are almost the same size. Excellent. So let's just double check I've got those the right way round. As well as the lives of those you hold dear. Yeah. So I'll pop that in the middle there. And this one in the middle over here. Put it on the same line. Nudge it into place. And I think, because of what that line says, as well as the lives of those you hold dear, I'm thinking, I want some little hearts here. How about we put a little heart in the middle of that? I think that'd be kind of cute. Ah, there we go. Cute, right? Minimal effort, maximum return. 10 minutes of creative play. I like that. I'm just going to do a little bit of, just because it's me, and I do that kind of thing, I'm just going to do a little bit of tweaking, because this, I feel like this is just a little bit too long here. So I'm just going to colour in. I'm not really melding it in with the page or anything. I'm just kind of shortening the amount of white, especially this end, because there's no black that end at all. So let's do that and that, and then we can do the bit in the middle. Obviously you have to use a pen that works with washi tape, which is, you know, usually a Sharpie is the easiest. There we go, that looks better. It's just got a little bit of black there that it didn't have before now. I like it. I like it. I'm trying out Twitch mobile, streaming, art making or gaming. Oh, awesome! I've thought about trying Twitch mobile. I don't know how it would work on my phone though. My phone doesn't really like to do stuff like that. What else can we do? Oh, I've shown you a couple of things I've already done actually, is obviously where it's relevant, adding little diary stickers. So super hot day, 30 degrees, added a little sun thing. Litha, put in a little sparkly star. Reflection time, put in some sunglasses. I've also got, this is actually a signifier. It's one of the ones that go up at the top there. It's not really part of a page. Whenever I'm doing bits about One Book July, I've put in my little One Book July guys. These are the ones that Courtney made me. If you want some, you have to go and badger Courtney to sell you them. She will sell you them. She's just very behind. Oh, they're here. She's a bit behind at putting them together. So, because she doesn't launch her collage sheets till the 6th, and then she has to do videos and stuff, so. I also cut out a strip of one of the stickers to put up here, because both of these spreads is One Book July. So I've got my title there, One Book July, where it's easy to see as I'm flipping through, simple to find. But this side I don't really need to worry about, so I put a line of faux washi. I've also got a little line of the little dudes. I love these little dudes, they're so cute. Where are they? There we go. Line of little dudes with their one book. He's adorable. And you can still put in things like your threading and stuff. I'm just going to put an arrow to the next page. So, let's do something a little more creative than that, but still not too much. I have a couple of magazines here. I've already pilfered most of these magazines, so there might not be an awful lot in here, but I don't really have a massive amount of things that I want to... Oh, bit of poetry there. I don't have a massive amount of things that I want to add to my book, so at this point I'm just adding stuff for the sake of making a video. But, oops, boob shot, sorry. I'm not really that fussy about decorating my journal, but I would like to make it a little bit more... I love these. I wish this wasn't thick paper. I would like it to make it a little bit more me, because at the moment it's very blank and it's very just writing, which is not my style at all. You know my journaling style. So let's see what we've got that we can... Oh, that's a cute little thing. That would be fun if you had upcoming dates for your monthly. No decoration required. You cut it out, you stick it in, you write in the date, you write in what it is. Simple as that. That would be kind of cute to use as a forward planning thing. Another quote. Book lovers will understand me, and they will know too that part of the pleasure of a library lies in its existence. I don't think I follow that one, but okay. Oh look, there's the... I knew it was Breathe magazine. Emma Block illustrations. This is the one from the book. In fact, there's two from the book there. Two partial ones. They're not as in-depth. Oh, it's a feature on her. So that's cute. I mean, it's somebody else's artwork. But if you like artwork, there's no reason you couldn't cut those out and put them in your book if you wanted to. You know, there's it's got all the information about the illustrator and everything. You could just write the illustrator's name at the bottom of the page, like I did with that quote. I put a quote in. There's my quote, and I put at the ambition plan underneath. Just put a note underneath to say who the artist is, and then if you ever want to go and check out their stuff again, It's all there. And even these, I mean, these are little elements. You could cut these out and use them as little stickers if you wanted to. Every time you do a creative page, you could use that as your signifier on the top of the page. Or you could use it for if you have a creative idea. Here's a creative idea for you. Make a decorated list of creative ideas you could do. In fact, I'm going to do that now. I like that. Let's do that. Let's do it. Start a new page. Quick. No, I'm not going to call it quick. I'm going to call it what I usually call my series on YouTube. That would be a better idea, wouldn't it? Yep, I'm not afraid to use whiteout. I love whiteout. Whiteout is my best friend. Let's call it Creative Quickies. And then that means I can also, oh, I've forgotten how to spell quickies. Oh, I've done that thing where you put too many E's in. You can't remember how many E's there are in something, so by the time you remember, you've written too many of them. So let's use some of these illustrations. No, they're not my illustrations, but it doesn't matter because what I'm going to do is put down here illustrations by, and I'm going to put her Instagram handle because I happen to know it, Emma Block Illustrations. Most people don't mind you using their work as long as you're not claiming it as yours. You're not doing anything with it that isn't as they intended it to be. And most people who put stuff in magazines are usually aware that people cut it out and stick it in their books. And as long as you credit the artist and where possible, link back to the artist and say, hey, this is them. Go check out their stuff. I kind of like these really big ones. And I like this, I think. This is a tutorial, so that's in my book anyway. Yeah, let's have this. I'm not going to bother cutting it. I'm just going to use my ruler. It's quicker. I can finagle it in a second. So there's that one. And let's have... I really like that desk, but it's far too big. Let's use these. I've already read the article, so I'm not worried about destroying my magazine. Okay. Let's fussy cut this one a little bit so that it's not quite so enormous. I'm just going to sticker cut it, which means going around it to the... So there's a slight margin on all the bits that stick out. And you try and keep the margin roughly equal all the way around. Do I want the little pencil? I don't think I do. Not here. I don't think I need it really. There we go. Let's put that down there. And I'm going to just get rid of some of this white space here. You don't have to fussy cut, you can just cut it out and square if you want to, obviously. But I actually like to fussy cut things. I like to be able to see the paper behind. Perfecto. Bit of glue. If you get glue on your page, just wipe it off while it's wet with your thumb, and it should just pill up like eraser shavings. Smooth that out. Where is my little foxy thing gone? Honestly, how do I lose these little card things so fast? I put him away. That's how I lost him so fast. You with Mum? Giving her a drink so she couldn't reply. Ah, okay. Falling asleep again now. I expect she spends a lot of time asleep, does she, after what she's been through? Pneumonia and everything else. There we go. Drink up or I tell her off. Absolutely. Door. Drink your tea. Or your 7-Up. Whichever it is. Okay, so that's cute. I like that. Now, I kind of like the idea of... I like the desk, so I'm kind of like the idea of just putting this along here at the bottom. So if I cut that there... I don't want anything that goes too far across the middle of my page because I don't know how well... I mean, moleskins stand some beating. A lot of people say they don't, but I've never had an issue with a spine. The only thing I've ever had to do with a spine is on a very thin book. On some of my sketchbooks, I've had to cut the spine here and gaffer tape it because this was restricting the spine from expanding. But I've never had a spine come apart on me. And on the one occasion that I did, and a lot of people don't know this, on the one occasion I had a spine totally fall apart on me and it was an almost new book, I sent photos to Moleskine via email. They asked me for the quality control number off the sticker. You know, the little sticker that you get inside. Oh, I think mine's still in the back. The little coloured sticker has a control code. You give them that number and they will check the stock and everything else, make sure that it was purchased in an area near you where you could have purchased it from, and then they will send you a replacement of the book that is broken. You have to supply them pictures of the broken book though. So I've done that a few times. I mean, if I really wanted to, I could send them a picture of this and say, hey, look, I've only used 50 pages of my book and look what's happened. But that I did that, so I'm not going to. In fact, while I've got this out, I'm going to just slap a bit of that across it. This is vellum tape, so it's quite strong, but it disappears. It's like invisible washi tape. See, it's kind of cloudy. And I find 2 layers of this will usually hold... If something's... Because this isn't really broken, it's just starting to tear, that's all. So if I put a bit of that down, and then you use your credit card to smooth out any air bubbles so that you get a really good bond. And fold it. And then put another bit just over the bit where it's broken. There. That'll be more than enough to hold that. I will be very surprised if that comes apart before I finish the book. It might start to give, but I did this to my own book. I'm not going to send that to Moleskine and say, oh, hey, look what happened to my book. Because I did that, putting it into my cover the other day. Or rather, I did it trying to get it out of the cover the other day. Live streaming, yay! Back seat. Who's that? Everybody's got a different name everywhere, and then they wonder why I don't know who they are. Somebody was talking to me on Instagram like she knew me, like she'd chatted to me for ages, and I'm like, I don't know who you are. I had to go check out because it was in DMs, so I wasn't even following her at the time. I had to go all the way to her profile to find out who she was. It was Inlay from YouTube. If she'd said, hi, it's Inlay, I'd have been like, oh, hi, how you doing? Instead, I was like, I don't know who you are, but yay. Oh, you're Katie. Hi. No, you're nothing wrong with your Twitch name. Nothing wrong with it at all. I'm not saying everybody has to have the same Twitch name. I'm just saying I'm easily confused. So, you know, if you don't have the same name that I'm used to seeing, maybe tell me who you are. There we go. That's fixed that. Let's get back to this. So I'm doing... I really like this the way it is. I just don't want to cover my page number. So let's... Oh, you know what? I'm just going to write the page number on top. There's the answer, right? So again, I'm going to fussy cut this, but sticker cut it. That's what I call it. I don't know if that's the right word for it. But it's where you put a little... It's actually called a stroke. A white stroke around your things. So it's kind of like fussy cutting, but it's nowhere near as finicky. Rachel, are you BuJoing with us? Are you bullet journaling? Because you jolly well should be. You'd find it really useful. I know you've got your hands full at the moment, but you don't need anything fancy. Just a notebook and a pen. But especially for you, with everything you've got going on, it would be really handy for you, I think. You'd see some benefits to it. Sign up for Audible, get the free audiobook. Okay, so that's that bit there. Yeah, that's cute. I like that. Let's just stick that along the bottom of the page. No big deal. Just a quick little something something. And I'm in no way suggesting that you should decorate every page. This is a specific page I'm doing on a list of how to add creativity to your bullet journal in super simple ways. And this is kind of an example. You know, cut cute things out of magazines, stick them on in the gaps. Or decorate one specific page. You don't have to have every page in your bullet journal decorated. You could have one specific page. You could have one spread where you put all your decorative bits and doodads until it's fill up. You don't understand the bullet journal. Yeah, it's too complicated the way it's presented online. You really need to listen to Ryder Carroll. You need to get the audiobook. If you don't have Audible, do you? So if you sign up for Audible, you can get the audiobook for free. The bullet journal method. Yeah, if you can't get the book, well, she could afford the book, but she can't get post where she is. So, and she doesn't have a PO box yet, so she would have to get the online version. Actually, it's on Kindle. Isn't it on Kindle? You read Kindle, don't you? You could get the Kindle version. But hearing it come from his mouth is so much easier to understand. Especially for us, because we're like the lecture generation, aren't we? Sit in a lecture and take notes. So, for us, it's easier to follow that kind of stuff audibly, I think. It is on Kindle. Okay. She can't afford the book. She can't afford rent now, Mum said. Oh, no! Dude! That's not good. That's not good at all. I don't really know what to say to that. I don't have a solution. There isn't really a solution to that kind of stuff, is there? It's not like you can just go out and get a job. You've got to look after your mum. Oh, they don't make it easy for carers, do they? If she was getting housing benefit to live in a place with you, you'd think they'd sort something out. I mean, ugh. It's very unfair. Very unfair. I've still got these two. I don't know if I'm going to use them. But I'm going to cut them out. Because if I don't use them today, I can put them in the back of my book for tomorrow. Okay, so back to plan A. Go on to Audible and get the free audiobook. Oh, Mum didn't get housing... Your mum didn't get housing benefit either? Oh, I thought she had some assistance. She bloody well should have had some assistance. She's in her 90s. What do you pay national insurance for all your bloody life if you're not going to get assistance when you're in your old age? Bloody hell. Oof, that stuff annoys me. Oh, I'm sorry about that. I hope you get something sorted out soon. Oh, I'm not going to use this one just yet. I'm going to pop it in the back of my book for use later, perhaps. So, I've got my title at the top there. I think what I'll do is do a more elaborate title at the top, down here. Nothing too fancy. Quick ways to be creative in tricky going over the line, there we go, your bullet journal. There, nothing overly elaborate, just a bit of creative cursive writing. And then really quick, all you do, add a little curve to the bottom right, left and the top right of everything. So bottom left, bottom left, bottom left, bottom left, top right. Not really anything there we can add, but I like to do like a little triangle if I can't do anything. Bottom left, bottom left, bottom left, bottom left, top right. See, it's really super simple to do this. You don't have to have fancy stuff. You don't have to be good at doing anything. This is the pen that has the pencil as well. Oh my god. This is the new Bic. It's the 3+1. It's the, you know, like the old-fashioned Bics that we used to use. The 4 colours. Instead of that useless green that was always dry, there's a pencil. And it's got an eraser on the top. I was giddy. I was giddy. Oh, I love it. It's no different to the other pen, except it's a little bit chunkier. You can see it's bigger because this is the grip version. The new versions of these have a soft grip like this. So you can see they're a little bit chunkier. They're a little bit thicker in the barrel. Not massively. I mean, there is a difference in the barrel, but it's not hugely noticeable. They're quite a bit longer. So you can see it's quite a lot longer. It is quite a bit wider, I would say. Let's have a look. This one is 2 marks less than ½ an inch, whatever that is in English. And then this one is 1 mark more than ½ an inch. So there's 3/8 of an inch difference in the size of the barrel. But it's not uncomfortable, and it's actually, I think this one's heavier. Because this one is part silicone. This is silicone. So I think this one is actually heavier. The balance is basically the same. It's right in the middle. Oh, this is my new favourite. This is the best thing in the world. For years, Rachel will tell you, because we were at uni together. We've known each other since uni days. We went at the same uni, but we were at uni at the same time. And she'll tell you, my constant moan was, I wish they'd make one of these that had a pencil in it. I never write in green. 35 years it's taken them to cotton on. Okay, top right. There. and bottom left. So I'm going to make the B a little bit bigger so that it can accommodate that. The E, top right, add a bit, bottom left. Same with the C, add a bit, and then cut in on this edge. And this is just my normal writing. Well, I suppose it's not my normal writing, it's my cursive version of normal writing. It's one of the natural ways that I write. Let's put it that way. It didn't take any effort to do this. I just wrote in cursive instead of my usual. I join up, but I don't write in cursive. Cursive is a particular style, isn't it? I do joined up writing, but I don't write cursive. But it's a cute way of making a super easy header with very little. Should have told them and patented it. Dude, I should be getting commission. The amount of people who've bought this pen since I went, ah! I've had about 20 people have gone, oh no, this just fell into my Amazon basket. And I'm like, great, are you using my Amazon code? Earn me some commission. I call this illustrated lettering as opposed to calligraphy. Calligraphy to me is proper. That's like art with a capital A. As opposed to illustrated lettering is more like illustration for me. So it's both lettering, it's just different styles. And I think calligraphy, really, when you talk about calligraphy, you're talking about beautiful, hand-lettered, you know, people who can do brush lettering and all that stuff. I can't brush letter to save my life. You could offer me several £1,000,000 and I still wouldn't be able to brush letter. I would have a go. For several £1,000,000, I would have a damn good go. But I still wouldn't be able to do it. An Amazon code. Oh, yeah, I've got... if you go into my any of my links, like my profile, my link tree on my profile, or my YouTube video descriptions, or anything like that, or on the site, under, I think it's under the newsletter, there's an Amazon store link. And if you go there, you'll see there's the stuff for the Midsummer Chronicles, tarot decks that either I have got or you guys have recommended. Things like planning essentials. So my new pen, my Moleskine Expanded, all that kind of stuff, the bullet journal book, all that stuff is all linked. And if you're using Amazon UK, it will take you to Amazon UK. And if you're not using Amazon UK, it will take you to your native site. They've linked it all international now. Okay, this one doesn't have a left-handed curve. So what I'm going to do with this one is the same as I did with the W. I'm just going to add a little bit of a zhuzh to the top, like that. I suppose I could have brought this round and done a curve there, but I think that would have looked awkward. And if all else fails, just use capitals and go over them. You know, you can make capitals look really effective just by going over them in maybe 2 colours or something like that. You don't have to do elaborate stuff just to make it stand out. There we go. I kind of feel like those other 2 could go in this side, but I want to make sure I've got plenty of room to write. So in theory, I could put those other two here. I think they would actually fit. I think they would actually fit there. Could put them there quite easily. But I don't want to take up so much. I mean, I've got tiny writing. It's not like I'm going to run out of room anytime soon. But, I don't know. Oh, sod it. I've got the smallest writing in the world. It's really funny, actually. If you saw my writing and Rachel's, oh, hey, Jen. I'll see you later, KK. If you saw my writing and Rachel's, it's so funny because, like, literally, I can write an essay in the loops of one of her E's. And what makes it even funnier is that I'm 5'10" and she's like 5'2". So she's minuscule and tiny, and I'm huge. And my writing is minuscule and tiny, and her writing is massive. It's hilarious. Got a dog hair stuck under there now. There we go. Yeah, that's okay. I like that. Where did that little pencil go? Where did the little pencil go? I had a little pencil on the bottom of a... Did I scrunch it up? Did I screw it up? Where did the little pencil go? Where's the little red pencil? Where's the little red pencil? Yeah, there's a little red pencil. Okay, let's pretend... Oh, well, I've broken it now. This is why we can't have nice things. I was going to put the little pencil up there, but never mind. Okay, so quick ways to be creative in your bullet journal. Number 1. Decorate a page and make a list of creative things to do in your BuJo. 2. Paste in a photo or ticket, etc. from today's activity. 3. Split page sections with washi or doodles. 4. Fill spaces with stickers, photos, collage, quotes, or poems. 5. Write your own poem. That's one that Ryder does. Ryder writes poems. Go and check out his poetry. It's actually really nice, a lot of it. It's very him. It's very zen. But he writes poetry in his bullet journal and then he posts it on his wall. Go check it out. Write your own poem or short story. Highlight journal entries with a themed sticker. Could do that. Used to love writing poetry, yeah. I think anybody who's been through a goth phase has had their fair share of writing bad poetry. I've got books full of bad poetry, I tell you. And it is bad. Really bad. I don't have any recent journaling that I can put a So here's an example. This is a fun entry. Whoops. This one was after yesterday's session, which was really good. I felt really good after yesterday's session. So I don't want a big sticker. I want a little sticker. I like my little stickers. What have we got? Anything on here that's relevant? Kind of want one that's fun, where she's playing. Oh, word stickers. Oh, I suppose a smiley face will do, if nothing else. Oh, a coloured smiley face. Let's see, what else have we got? I like these little picture ones for journaling stuff. Oh, there's a little smiley girl. There we go. Perfect. That'll do nicely. So this journal entry is a smiley journal entry. So let's put a smiley face. Boom. Simple. My mum is still convinced that I'm going to get over my goth phase at some point. And even as recently as the last couple of years, since I've moved into this house, which was 3 years ago, she's actually said that I'm only goth because my friends are. And bear in mind that the only goth friend I have is Rachel. And they deny ever having met Rachel, even though they've met her several times. Oh. Okay, so we've added highlight journal entries with a themed sticker. Done. 7. Add a magazine cutting. That's what I did with my dog. add a magazine cutting in an old gap you won't use. How about, now I'm going to put my favourite, turn the page. Draw or write something. Anything. Nine. Oh. Set aside a spread, which is 2 pages. This is a spread. This is a spread, and so on. The physical 2 pages as a collection. So it's a collection page. You're going to have lots of it. Of Zentangles or doodles. Another good one that I like to do, actually, it's basically that, but it's a little bit more specific. Print out the front of your current book, podcast, TV series, etc., and review it. Book reviews, writing and pasting in stuff. It's creative. It's also practical, especially for me, because I often can't remember if I've seen something or not. I don't usually care if I've seen something before or not, but, you know, quite often I have absolutely no idea if I've read a book before or not, especially if it's a different cover. If it's a different cover, I've got no idea. We should make a group YouTube channel called Really Bad Poetry. Bad angsty poetry from our goth days. Okay. Oh, I didn't put in my signifiers. 11. Use page signifier stickers. That's creative. You'd watch that, yeah. I would too. I'd laugh. Because you'd have to do it as a terribly serious. It'd be like what's that film? What We Do in the Shadows? Like a mockumentary. A mockumentary of really bad goth poetry. And we could get everybody to write in with their really bad angsty emo goth poetry. And we could all pick our favourites. Go, this is mine. My favourite really angsty goth poetry. Oh, I love it. I love it. Oh, right. I was thinking something else we could do is turn the page and make a, well, we've got make a vision board. For a room decoration, party plan, outfit, etc. Could be real or imaginary. So, you know, maybe you live in a rented accommodation like I do, and you can't really do anything about the fact that this window desperately needs to be a sliding door so you can just open it and walk outside. It desperately needs it. It's never going to happen, but it desperately needs it. I could find images of what I imagine it would be like if I was allowed to do it. That's creative. Or maybe you want to decorate your lounge, but you don't really know what you want to do and you can't really afford it at the moment, but you've had a few ideas and the itch is there. So start creating colour swatches and paint swatches and... Oh, Cody, no, we went off on a whole tangent, right? It's going to be a group channel, like a podcast type thing. It's going to be a bit like that film, What We Do in the Dark, you know, like a mockumentary goth style thing. And we're going to get everybody to write in with their really, really bad angsty goth poetry. And we're going to read it. Like, seriously. Serious reading of really angsty goth poetry. And we're going to call it My Favourite Angsty Goth Poetry. It's a thing. It's a thing. I'm telling you, it's a moneymaker, that one. Or you have mostly built-in furniture and you want to switch out your room but you can't move anything. Absolutely. So, I mean, Risha, that's perfect for you, isn't it? One day you'll have a place of your own where you'll be able to move everything around. So, you know, what would you buy if you could take out all of that built-in furniture? What would you buy to put that room together the way you would want it? So I've got one actually. This is not really a vision board as such. It's more kind of inspiration, but you get the idea. I just took pictures of things that I really like and I made notes about what I like about it. So for this one, I like the comfy feel. I like the extra cushions on the floor. I like the upright chair and I like the footstool, you know. I also like the fact that it's in the corner. Because that's what I was going to do with that door, because it's right by a door like that one is. But that one's in the corner, but I can put a light in that corner because there's a plug there. This one. I like the communal seating area, I like the low table, and I like the cosy look. And this actually looks like my kitchen. Except that my kitchen has a big ugly door just here, which I can't cover. So I've got my fridge freezer here. I wish I could get rid of that and put something here and put the fridge freezer on the other side, but I can't. Lovely big kitchen, can't do anything with it. But I do really like this setup here with the low coffee table and, you know, just being able to sit there and have a cup of coffee in the morning and not feeling like I always have to sit at my desk or sit in my comfy chair or whatever. Just having somewhere else to sit is nice first thing in the morning. Just sit and read. And then this is the craft area, and I really like how light and open it is and how it's... I still like the fact that she's got the light on one side. I'm still considering moving my desk back around that way, which I know doesn't work, but my head is still going, oh, but it might be nice though. I'm like, no, it won't be nice. It won't work. You know it won't work. Stop it. Oh, these things are sent to try us, right? And then this is the other side of the kitchen. If you think of this, like this corner that you can't see here, if you imagine that bit of kitchen there, that looks like the other corner of my kitchen. So I kind of could do 2 rooms in one here with a very kind of relaxed boho vibe. This is my August project. I really want to get this done. But I can't do it this month when I've got videos to do and stuff. But I'm also thinking about setting up my easel in the other room so I can paint in there. So I don't know. I'm torn between setting up yet another painting area or doing this nice cosy little thing and having another seating area. Even though I've got 2 seats in here that I never use, because I can only sit in 1 seat at a time, and I've got 4. But I just think it'd be nice if it looked nice. I might actually sit there, and then I might use more than 1 chair. Loving this spread. Love how you combine the purity of Ryder's method and some creative spreads. Find everything is either creative or all serious. No. The whole point of the way I do it is that if you took this page out and stuck it together, there's no reason that this would not look like a normal bullet journal. But on the other hand, if you took all the bullet journal pages and stuck them together, this would look like a normal creative journal. That's the way I'm doing it. So a spread, which is 2 pages like this, a spread is either a creative spread or it's a functional bullet journal spread. But in the functional bullet journal spreads, I do occasionally have like little planner stickers, just because I'm a visual person and it makes them stand out. So, for instance, I haven't done an awful lot of journaling this month. I've been too busy. But when I write a proper journal entry, I won't write it on the day. I will turn the page and write a journal entry, and I'll probably do it in blue. That way I can really easily see that I need to skip that page when I'm filming, or I can really easily pick those pages out and just pin the pages together and say, oh, that's a personal journal entry, it's just writing. You know, and do it like that. And then on my daily log, I can say, you know, say I've done stuff and I'm up here, page 55, on my daily log, I just do little bullet point diary entries. So 6 p.m. I put today's tutorial was fun, only a couple there, but it made it easier to make sure everyone could keep up. Drawing Mercury in pen was a fun concept for the myths tutorial. That's all I wrote. That was it. That's my journal entry for 6 o'clock. If I wanted to write a longer journal entry, like a navel-gazy type one, I would put a plus sign and then the page number. If I wanted to write about that. If I wanted to write something else, then I might put 9 p.m, LFJ, which is long form journaling, and then the page number. So that I know when I'm on that page, and then I can turn to this page, journal entries, put in the date, start writing. And then the next journal entry would go underneath it until I run out of pages. Try one, and if it doesn't work, try the other. Yeah. I've been getting back to the roots of bullet journal, but I do 1-page weekly spread for my stickers, with stickers for my week. Oh, are you the one who's using the animal stickers? Because it makes me happy. Oh, what better reason to use stickers? That's why I use them, because it makes me happy and it's easy to find stuff on top of my appointments. But my daily looks more like Ryder's style. It's nice to see others who are purist but yet have some creative stuff. Oh no, that's not you. Okay, there's somebody who does exactly that. Her normal everyday spreads are completely plain, like these. These are not highlights, by the way. These are stickers I've put on, post-it stickers that I've scribbled on to hide people's names. They're not highlights. They're just to hide people's names. If I'd thought about it, I'd have used my white ones. And then it wouldn't have stood out. No, there's one girl who does this. All her normal stuff looks like this. But her one spread for the week, for all her appointments and stuff, she uses little animal stickers because it helps her remember. Again, like me, she knows what it is by going, oh, that's next to the elephant sticker. And then she flips through and looks for the elephant sticker. Oh, there he is. She doesn't need to remember what date it's on. So if she forgets what date it's on, she just goes, oh, I remember writing that above the monkey sticker. So, you know, goes through, finds the monkey sticker, and then she knows what the date is. They're fantastic memory aids, stickers. They really are. As long as you don't go overboard. The thing I'm doing with mine... And I'm not saying that there's anything wrong with it. People who want to decorate for the sake of decorating, that's fine. If that's what they want to do, some people have turned it into a creative practice in and of itself. And that's fine. But if you can use decoration in a way that it aids memory and keep it minimal. You know, if you've got a particular page that's got a special note on, let's say you went out on a really nice date, okay? And you don't necessarily want to draw attention to it on your page, but somewhere in these notes is a little bullet journal entry about, well, went on a date with such and such, really like them, might try meeting up with them again, you know, and then a little note about what you did. You don't need to draw attention to that entry, but if you want to find it again without putting it in your, without necessarily putting it in your index, you know, you might not want to put it in your index. So how about just using something like that on that bit of space? Actually, that's a bit of space that you might use for something else. How about just putting it there? So you know that when you flip through and you see that sticker, that's your date day. That's when your date was that went really well. You do the left page with your week and your right page with your tasks. Yeah. So you've essentially got a monthly setup every week. You've essentially got this every week. I've used that before and I found it really useful. What I find though is that with a specific layout every time, and it annoys me after a while, no matter what I use, I always have something that has gaps in it. And the gaps bug me because I'm always thinking, well, you know, look at all that space I wasted because I only needed to use Monday and Friday. Look at that entire page that was wasted because I was on holiday that week and all I had to write down was my flight schedules, you know? That really bugs me. So with this, I'm free to go back and say, oh, there's nothing on this page. I'm not going to be writing anything else here. Oh, I've got that quote sticker that I wanted to put in. I'll put it in here, you know? Yeah, a lot of people are liking the Hobo Weeks for that. I can't use anything like that. I mean, it's funny to me that so many people with writing so much bigger than mine are using a Hobo Weeks because I would feel cramped. And I have the tiniest writing ever. And I couldn't fit all my information into that page. But I'm a writer. I write a lot. I sketch a lot. I do a lot of, you know, collecting things. Inside my notebooks, I'm a hoarder. Some would say outside of my notebooks, I'm a hoarder. But that's what I do. What else have we got? So make a vision board for a room, decoration, party plan, outfit, etc. Why not make an inspirational and or creative collage page? I'll come to that, back to that in a second. If you don't want to do, if you just want to have one page that you add to, you could do a monthly, whoops, can't spell month, that's not how you spell monthly, a monthly collage. So a monthly themed collage if you want to. So you could essentially say, okay, here's my July spread. The page before July, I'm going to set up this as my July collage. That'll be my introduction. That also makes it easy to find July. And then anything you find during July that you really like the picture, just put it in there and just make the collage as you go. So by the end of the month, you'll have a pretty filled out collage, you know, and if you fill up the whole page before the end of the month, you can always go back in and doodle or, you know, add a bit of paint or a little bit of colour or a bit of ink or whatever. You don't have to just leave it, or you could start another one. You write very tiny as well, don't you, Rish? Yeah. put sketching somewhere else because it's cluttering up my book. Makes it difficult to focus on what's important. Yeah, for me, that's why I do it on separate pages. I couldn't have this mixed in with, you know, bullet journaling here, and they think that's why it's not worked for me before. But because if you remember, I used to do this with, I've tried it with Chronodex, I've tried it with all sorts of things, and every time it makes it too hard to find what I'm looking for. So the good part about this is if I'm flicking through and I see this page, I know that that's not a daily page. It can't be, because it's got drawing on it and it's got collage on it and whatever else is on there. That can't be one of my creative pages. There's no creative ideas on there at all, unless I've put a little triangle with an idea on it. No, there's no ideas on there at all. You can tell because it's not a creative page. If I do have an idea for something, I put a little triangle next to it, but it becomes part of my daily log because it's not really... Here we go. BuJo method and astrology, question mark. Per sign, question mark. Elements. See, I'll go back and add stuff to things as I think of it. I'm starting to see my whole book as an ongoing thing, as opposed to a chronological thing where today I'm up to here. And you never go back. You know, a lot of planners for me are like X's. You never go back, right? Never, ever go back. But in this book, I think I've gone through every page of this every single day since I've had it. And I'm up to page 53 now. Tuck an extra book in the cover and sketch and doodle. Yeah, well, I did that with paper. I've got some paper in the back here because I thought I would sketch and doodle on paper and then stick it in my sketchbook. But actually, when I'm sketching, it occurs to me that I'm mostly just sketching in ballpoint pen. If I'm going to go sketching, then I take my sketchbook and my watercolours and a pencil and a pen and I go and do stuff and I come up with whatever I come up with. But I take my sketchbook. I don't do it in this. But if I have this with me and I feel like sketching, I will do a ballpoint pen sketch. So I don't feel restricted. And if I'm out and I've got this with me and I suddenly think, oh, it's a really nice day. I wish I'd brought my sketchbook and then I could sit and draw that tree or whatever, you know. I can sit and draw the tree in ballpoint pen like I did with that one the other day. Or I can just say, oh, I'll pop back to the car. Put my bullet journal in the car, pick up my little sketch kit that I keep in the car and, you know, go off and do some sketching specifically. So you got to do what works for you. And if what works for you is keeping a little watercolour sketchbook in the back of your book, or using a field notes bullet journal for the month and then putting your putting that inside your sketchbook if you do more sketching than anything else, then that's what works for you. You know what would be good if you did that? If you were one of those people who was always sketching but also needed to keep a small bullet journal. Moleskine do a set of Volant notebooks that's one a month. It's like a rainbow set of 12 and they're all numbered and everything. And they're just a page a day. Little field notes size ones. Wouldn't that be cool? Just have a series of those and just slot that little book into the back of your sketchbook for the bullet journaling you need to do, and then you've got your sketchbook. That'd be handy if you were like a student doing art or design or something like that, where you've always got to have a sketchbook that you've got to fill up. That would be a cool way of doing it. So it could work either way round. Now, if I was going to do a collage in this, because of the thickness of this book, I think if I was going to collage in it properly, a big page, I would skip to the next one of these. You know, where you can see the stitching, the next centre fold of a signature, and I would collage in that, because that would strengthen this rather than doing it here. That would push those two pages apart, which would make this entire sheet come loose. Does that make sense? So if you've got stuff in here going into that gully, it's pushing those pages apart. That makes this entire page, this entire bit of signature, leaf, sheet, whatever it's called, leaf, that's the word, makes this entire leaf want to come loose because it's pushing it out of the book. Whereas if you did a full page collage in a signature centre like this, or even where there's two signatures together, there's usually a bit where there's two signatures meet and they're very slightly glued together. There's one. So you can see that one, you can see where there's gaps, you can see the stitching holes. And on this one, you can see the stitching holes, but on this one, they're glued together. So that's another one, that's where two signatures meet. So that would strengthen that bond to hold the two signatures together. So that's where I do collages. I've learned over the years of using moleskins that they, if you treat them well, they will work right. But otherwise, they can be a bit of a handful. I have to take the kids to karate. Oh, that sounds fun. I used to do jiu-jitsu when I was little. I used to love it. But it was back in those days where I used to do jiu-jitsu, gymnastics and ballet. And they told me I could only do one of the three. Because jiu-jitsu, you couldn't have... you could be able to do gymnastics, but you couldn't do ballet because your feet turned the wrong way. And ballet, you couldn't do gymnastics because your feet turned the wrong way. And gymnastics didn't like you doing judo because you didn't tumble right. you learned how to tumble in the way that meant you didn't hurt yourself as opposed to making it look pretty. So... I ended up doing ballet. I wish I'd done jiu-jitsu. I really enjoyed jiu-jitsu. You love yours, Jen. Jen loves hers. Jen loves your what? I want to do a collage page, but I don't want to have a whole load of creative pages all together. Which sounds ridiculous, but I just don't. I've got some writing I want to put in, and I want to make sure that I've got... That's going to be my circle spell. That's my myth page. I've got this one. I should have left this one a bit further up in the book. Yeah, I want to do some writing, so I'm going to skip a few pages and start a collage page, because it doesn't have to be finished right now, okay? It's probably not going to be finished right now, so I'm going to find the next centre of a signature. Or that's the next bound two signatures. I think I'd rather do it in the centre of a signature. 71, that'll take me up into next week. Yeah, that's okay. Let's do it here. So then it doesn't matter if it goes across. Plus, it's a little bit further into the book, so there's less chance of it pushing out the spine or anything like that. So I'm going to start a collage. I'm not going to do anything fancy with it. The collages I like to do, here's some that I've done for my Midsummer Chronicles class, for those who haven't seen them. This is just a landing page collage of all sorts of bits. Do I keep knocking my microphone? Because it keeps moving. Not my microphone, my camera, because it keeps moving again, but I don't remember moving it. Weird. This is just built up from lots of images that I really liked and threw down on page. This is how I like to collage. I've got one here that is themed for Earth. So lots of Earth images. So another thing I like to do is theme images together, or group images together and then give them a theme. This is my Oh, there's that circle spell I want. That's an air collage page. This isn't a collage page. This is just a collection. This is like the studio collection where it's ideas for fairy fashion. So it's more of a collection of images. In fact, you could think of collages as collections, but visual collections, if that makes it easier to do it. There's a fire collage. Most of this is one image. It's by Gwen Davies. I love her artwork. I haven't done my water one yet. I haven't even started my water one yet. I'm just not getting into the water one. Not very in tune with my watery element. That's the circle spell I'm going to use later that I want to write up, which is one of the things I want to do, which I've already done a page for here. So I'll just clip that on there for now. And then I'll put this actual thing in my book again when I'm finished. Where's that page gone? $71. Is that the page I said? Yeah, it is. Okay. So, when I'm collaging, all I do is I just find stuff that I like. I kind of like her sitting there. I like to start with a big image and then add little ones. Actually, I could do that in my water. I'll use her for my water thing. Just look for something eye-catching. Aliens? Alien spaceships? Clo. He's cool. I like him. It's always easier to go this way. She's very cool. She's like a goddess. Oh, I like her too. Maybe that's why I haven't cut that one out yet. Because I really like her as well. She's got attitude. Huh. It's tricky when you want to use both of them. There'll be something that'll catch my eye eventually. I've already pilfered some of these, you see, so that's a bit of a... Ooh, Van Gogh. Who doesn't love a bit of Van Gogh? Kind of medium-sized image. Puppies! You never go wrong with puppies. Always put a puppy in there. I like the way he looks like he's in a little Polaroid picture. Okay. Cute kitty. I want kind of a background image to start building on. Oh, I like her. She's cool. So I'm just literally just collecting images that are catching my eye. That's all I'm doing at the moment. I will figure out what to do with them afterwards. I love these. And I see those you could cut out and use as a whole selection of stickers. There's 16 of them there. You could use those as header pages for your calendars if you wanted to. And of course, if you're in a Patreon that does collage pieces, then you can always use those to create your own collage pieces. Nope, nothing in that one. Come on, Witchy Mags, you don't normally let me down. There's usually something that I can use. Elephants. Elephants are always nice. See, this is why I don't prepare in advance. A lot of people say you should collect your stuff in advance, but I don't like to do that because I like to just grab what interests me at the moment, at the time. I like that page. I don't know why I like that page, but I like that page. Because what inspires me today might not be what inspires me tomorrow. And that's how you get eclectic with it, because you start doing one thing and then tomorrow when you come to it, it's like something slightly different. So your pick image is slightly different than you would have done today. About being inspired, yeah. Oh, she's cool. Now there's a good background image. There's a good example of a background image. That's exactly... Oh, he's cool too. Ooh. He's like dark and mysterious. And that's like woo-woo. It's very Aquarius energy, that is. Oh, that's probably why I haven't used either of those images yet. Usually when I get to that stage, I'll scan one and then use the other. Kitty. I kind of like those flower images. They're a bit chaotic, but I like them. She looks kind of very zen sitting there with her tree. That's a really cool image, but it's far too big. Might take that out and stick it in a frame. Ooh! I've used that one before for something. Ooh, and there's a little one. Damn it, it's on the back of that. That's a small version of her. Okay, let's use this page. Here we go. Let's make stuff. I have no preconceived ideas about this whatsoever. I'm just putting together things that I kind of liked. Some people would refer to this as a glue book page. So I'm just picking things that I liked. So I don't know what it is about that page that I like, but I'm pretty sure it's not the top or bottom. So I'm going to take that bit off. Ooh, look at that, a black stag. Wow. And take that bit off. Because I'm pretty sure it's something about the middle bit there that I like. So what do I actually like about it though? I don't know what it is I like. Maybe that needs to go on a different page. There's something about that image that's drawing me in, but I won't work with anything else I've got. So let's use the others that we've got, because I really like this image. So I think that's a good place to start in that corner. And I usually don't fussy cut when I'm collaging. I just cut things out with a ruler. I think it gives it a more natural feel, as it were. I also I'm not worried about covering up my page numbers because I can write over the top. That reminds me, I didn't do it on the other page. So I'm just going to stick this in here. I don't usually glue all the way to the edges on these books. Let me just do that while I remember. Page 51. There we go. And I'm just going to build out from there. So, kind of like this girl, having a little connect with nature moment there. There's the puppy, of course. This would make a good background over here, I think. Let's maybe use thinking. Let's get rid of the bits that we definitely don't want. Shall I fill the whole page? Yeah, why not? So I'm using this piece in the middle just to take up white space, kind of like you would if you were putting background paint down, so that when I put other bits of collage on top, you won't see those bits of collage. You won't see the gaps. And then as you overlap it, it'll all become one nice big cohesive piece. So let's line that up with that. Like that. Don't do that. Oh, cheap magazine paper, man. Cheap magazine paper. Make sure that's stuck down all the way down. So now that piece of centre paper, it's only one extra piece of paper and it's reinforcing those pages, so it's not pushing that signature outwards. Like that page too, it's about being inspired. Oh, which one? This one? Or, oh, I've forgotten now. Oh, the page would be herbs would be good for midsummer. Yeah, it would be, wouldn't it? This would go in the Midsummer Chronicles. because that's a nice little idea actually, to collect jars and put fresh flowers in. I think that's all it is actually. I think what I like about it actually is the way it's layered, so that it's got bits coming over the front here. I think that's what is catching my eye about it. So maybe I can put that into here. Right, so I've got elephants. I like elephants. Elephants are cool. So how about if we put the elephants there? And let's kind of, not fussy cut the elephants, but just kind of a similar thing to what I just did with the stickers. Not stickers, the paint pots. But instead of cutting it, I'm just kind of using my thumbnail to roughly tear around them. So I'm using my thumbnail around, like there's the elephant's bum. I'm just putting my thumbnail around where I want it to tear. Let's do that, and then that's kind of cool actually. That would meld those two images together a bit. So let's tear that down a little bit further so it's not straight there. No. Maddie, stop. Ooh, I wonder if that's my Amazon delivery. Got Amazon dog food arriving. Maddie, Scooby, leave it. I think it might be my Amazon dog food. It is. 1 second. Hi, I hear it. I'm coming. I'm coming, I'm coming, I'm coming. I heard it. I heard it. I'm coming, I'm coming. Let's go see. It's some dog food. Dog food! Dog food! Chickeny dog food! Look at that! Whoa! Having chicken for dinner tonight, are you? Cool, it's dark in this room. Don't notice till you come back inside. Okay. Right. Here's a little tip for you for collaging. For people who aren't used to it, I see lots of people trying to carefully trim off things like this. It's really hard to do. Don't bother, okay? Turn your page over, put your ruler on the edge of the page, hold it down, and tear. And then all you've got left is little bits, which they don't bother me, but if you want to trim them off, super simple to just clip them off. And then there's none of this stress of, oh, am I going to cut my page? I can't cut straight. Oh, there's another bit of grass actually that I could maybe use somewhere else. So I'll hang on to that. What if we put her over here, lying in the grass? That's kind of cool. Okay, so the little label there says connect with nature. I think I'm going to leave that in because that looks like how my page is heading. So why not just leave it in there? Give this a rough edge on here. And here. Okay. So maybe I could put her there like that. So she looks like she's sitting in the grass. So before I put her down, I really need to put something here to cover that. So let's find, have we got any more? Oh, we've got this bit of grass too, haven't we? Maybe we could put a bit of that behind her. And that covers that bit. Hey. Okay, can we use that? Can we use that bit there to cover that? And that bit there to cover that? Do you think? I think we probably can. And we don't need it to go past there. So let's tear that bit off there. Cover that bit. Trim off that. Don't want that on there. Oh, I've got something stuck on my eyelash. Bug! See, little gnats. Oh, I hate those little fruit fly things. They always go for the eyes. Need more coffee. Ooh, you get me one. Nearly done with this. Okay. So I like this bit down here. I don't fussy cut around corners either, I just snip the corner off like that. Check positioning. So if I put that there to cover that, she'll fit right in the middle. Ha! Awesome. This is playtime. Everybody should do this once in a while. It's so fun just to cut and paste. If you've got kids, get your kids involved because kids love doing cut and paste. She can go in there. Another fun thing you can do with this kind of stuff is when you're finished, go back in with a gel pen, or, black or white, and just do doodling. There you go, now she looks like she's lying in the field. That's kind of cool. I mean, she is lying in a field, but she looks like... You know what I mean. Okay. You'd love a coffee today. Can't you have a decaf coffee, Cody? Just so you get the taste but no caffeine. Kind of like that one. Don't know. Don't know on that one. Where else have I got images I can use? Ugh. What's in here? I don't think any of this is collagey bits. I think it's mostly art paper. No collagey bits in there. Come on, I've got some more magazines here somewhere. Where are they? Oh, I know. Hang on. Got some in my pile of ones to pull things out of. I think I've already gone through most of these, but there's probably some pictures that didn't appeal to me previously that will now, so that's why I don't throw my magazines away until I'm absolutely sure I'm not going to use anything else. So let's have a look. Let's move you up a bit higher so you can see what I'm looking at. Ugh. Okay. Maybe. I might add that later. Ooh, look at this. Ooh, there's a good one for a Halloween page. Look at that. I could do that on either side of a Halloween page. Look how cute that is. What have we got? Ooh, big old standing stone. That's interesting. The dog's stocked up now. Yeah, we've got Ooh, I'm not usually into these power mantras, but that's quite a nice one. Oh, I like the one on the other side as well, though. God damn it! Why do they do this? So annoying. Grr. Yeah, I've got a regular monthly delivery of Doug Fudd. I get it delivered through Amazon because it only costs me £10 and they deliver it to the door. Whereas if I have to go and get it at the shop, it costs twice as much and I have to carry it from the car, which is not easy up my steps. Like her. I thought you left, Rachel. Or have you come back? I could have sworn you left. How weird. I like that. Let's use that one. Yeah, the rock in the hands. I like that image too. This is why I don't get rid of any of these books, because there's always something. Look, there's a little mini one. There's always something. Another crystal. I kind of like the idea of having her stood in the middle of the page. She'd fit too. Maybe. That's a possibility. What's on either side? Oh, it's all angel stuff. This is why I stopped buying this magazine, because it started all being angel stuff. And, you know, angels are a little too Christian for my liking. I can't quite equate the whole we're new agey, we don't actually believe in God. Oh, but we think we believe in angels. Okay. There's angels and there's demons, but we don't believe in God. Ooh, that I like. Oh, look at that. That would be beautiful on that corner. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Okay, I'm excited. I want to do something with that. You can't get your groceries delivered. Oh. I don't know what I would do without Amazon and online shopping. Should I put it that side or should I put it that side? Looking into the, oh, I like it looking into the picture. Let's take it down there. Yeah, I like that because the white blends together. Let's take it there. And maybe we could kind of do that with it. Oh, where's that line going to be? Is there going to be... No, I'm going to have to put something across there anyway, so that doesn't matter. So let's put that... Let's take this in kind of a rounded shape under the eye here. I love to collage. I love to collage. To the tune of I Love to Boogie. I know it's not really that recognisable, but that's what I intended it for it to sound like, okay? Shh. Okay. See, it's starting to blend together now. As soon as you've got bits of patches that start merging into each other, it starts to blend. All this green is starting to blend. There's a patch of green there that I could probably cover with this bit. So let's just tear a bit of this out and blend those two down into each other like that. We go. Now that acts as a background bit for when we add another bit here, and because that kind of goes from blue to green, it almost gives this a bit of sky effect. So you can see if we put something here that was kind of sky-like, or even if I think this is stuck down now, but we could, if it came up, we could like tear it off so that it went blue to green as well. It won't work, but okay. So I liked this image. If I put that in there, is it going to take up too much of that page? Oh, actually, no, it would work exactly. I kind of like the idea of having her in the front with her arms held out to nature. Look at all of this. I think that would work really well, actually. Let me... Okay, you don't want to tear there, that's okay. You can tear that side, that's fine. Now see, that's a good background image. That's the kind of stuff that I would keep and just use that as a, you know, on either side. Where's the other bit? There's another bit that I just took off. There we go. So I would maybe put those two together on a page like that, even with a gap in the middle, and just fill that. I mean, you could put anything in there. You could put a tree in there. All sorts of things you can do with that sort of stuff. let's audition it, shall we? Let's let's audition it. If we put her there, I want to kind of be able to see the flowers. And am I going to lose my elephants if I put her there? No, not necessarily. I can move her down a bit. I'm only going to lose a little bit of elephant there. And that could look like a rock that's around the side of the elephant, couldn't it? I think I'd have to fussy cut her, which doesn't thrill me. But I think that could work. Now, this is on 2 pieces. So I've got a bit here and a bit there. So what I'm going to do, chop this bit off. And I generally use washi tape for this because it's easier to cut. You can use vellum tape, but vellum tape is very tricky to cut through, whereas paper tape is really easy. So I'm just going to take a couple of bits of washi, which I will overlap. On there. And like that. Make sure that's nice and flat. And then I'll take this and match it up with where it should go. Doesn't have to be exact, and that's perfectly fine if it's not. And I'll just trim off the bits of tape that are sticky. Like that. And get my little fox gone again. Where's my little fox? Little fox, where you gone? Here he is. Make sure that's good and stuck down. And then I can cut that like it's a normal piece of collage without losing that bit. It's a neat trick for when you've had to take a piece that's across 2 pages. Just stick it together with washi tape and cut it out afterwards. So I think she could look quite cool there. Like, look at all this amazing nature. But I would have to fussy cut her. So that's not going to happen anytime soon. And I think, actually, I can position it so that she has that kind of looks like a crown almost on her head, which would be really cool. Put some more flowers on here, she'd look like a goddess. I like it. Okay, so I've still got this corner to play with. Let's see if we've got any words of inspiration in my little box. That's too big. Ooh, seeking a peaceful solution. I like that. That's going in there. Got some random bits of crap in here as well. They need to come out. Exciting letter writing. Underestimated. Let's just grab a handful and go through them like that. That's what I like to do. Don't think about it too much. Oh, balance. Escaping. Creativity. Mindfulness. Oh, I think those are all relevant. Small, beautiful events are what life is about. I like that, but it's too big for my page. Well-being. Look at these, they all match. Those pieces I've obviously... Ah! Resubscription! Cody! Woohoo! Thank you. She always likes my rings. They're the same rings I've been wearing for 20 years, Dor. Sweetheart. Nobody in the universe can do what we're doing. That I like, but I don't want it right now. But I feel like that needs to be used at some point. Okay. Let me see if there's any more of these little words. A little gratitude. Oh, I like that too. Seeking a peaceful solution. Balance. Yeah. Lots of words there we can put in, haven't we? So this is where we can use up bits to fill up these gaps and make it look more... oh, yeah. Hang on. Subhype. I suck as a host. Ta-da! Thank you for resubscribing. I don't throw away these little bits either, because I might need this to fill in a little bit of something, or to bring two pieces together. So I like the idea of putting that on top of her. So putting her there and maybe putting that across there like that. I don't like that bit there. It looks like she looks like she's got a wart on her bum. There's a really big cyst. Maybe I could put that across there like that. I like that. Like a little gratitude for all of this. So let's give the peaceful solution down here to the elephants. Oh, I need to make sure how much room I'm going to need for her feet. Hang on, let me just trim this out. When I say fussy cut, I don't mean literally I'm going to cut every single centimetre of it correctly. I just mean like it's going to be closer than it is now. Okay, so if I put her about there. So I can put my elephant, yeah, I can put my elephant bit about there. Glue. Glue. Okay. I need something up here still. I don't have anything there. That's going to go in the middle there. So we've got escaping, creativity, well-being, mindfulness, and balance. Actually, I think she's more of a balance, isn't she? And I like the way that yellow goes with her there. She's more of a balance. I think she's escaping, isn't she, this one? So I'm going to tear these out. I know most people don't do that with words. They cut them out. But I'm going to tear these out because I think they'll look like little clouds, almost. Ooh. Don't know what that was. Something made a funny noise. So if we have her here, yeah, let's have her escaping and cover over that bit there. Looks like a kind of a thought bubble then. So So I think this girl will probably be well-being, right? I know what we need. See, it's coming together. I love it when a complete lack of plan comes together and makes it look like you knew what you were doing all along. To misquote Hannibal. Come on. Oh, it's hard to tear this thicker paper. Do not like. Come on. You know you want to. Don't be so fiddly. Why so fiddly? Okay. So this girl's going to be well-being. Let's put that there so it crosses into that bit. Can always go in with a little bit of paint and make this blend together here or something like that, or, you know, doodle on it. Oh, actually, I was gonna put her there, wasn't I? Never mind, I'll keep her for another time. That's okay. She doesn't really fit that colour scheme, so. So if this is mindfulness, then over here we've got creativity. So we need a creativity. Can't really get that to rough up, so what I'm going to do is just use my scissors to rough up the edge of the paper, because I can't really tear any of that off. There we go, that's better. Because mindfulness, mind's eye, third eye, yeah, I think that goes together. Let's put it down here. I don't want it to go through her eyebrow. Let's put it there. He's gone again. I think I need to put one of these around my neck on a holder, like I do with my, you know, like I do with my, like this. I think I need one of these for this. And I could just have it around my neck so I don't keep losing it. Going to study. Okay, have fun. Oh yeah, you actually started her psychology classes. Are you posting a bullet journal video today? No, it's Friday, right? No, I was going to do something along these lines for tomorrow. The reason I'm doing this today is because I was going to do a kind of slightly talky video interspersed with bits of this footage for tomorrow, hopefully. Possibly Monday. But no, I'm not planning on doing a bullet journal video today. I'll do one tomorrow. There will be one tomorrow. I'm just not sure if it'll be this one. Depends how long it takes me to edit it. It's just editing footage and doing a voiceover, so it shouldn't take too long, but a card holder for a lanyard. Oh, that's a good idea. Yeah, literally have one in a card holder. Like an ID badge type thing. I think I might have one somewhere from the days I worked in the college. So she's going to go there when we're done. No, I thought I'd managed to put it so her hand was right in the middle of that word. No, I just have her too high up on the page. Okay. Okay, so balance. So I need something here for creativity. So I'm looking for something. Oh, well, the first thing I pulled out was this, wasn't it? Let's have a bit of the old sunflowers in there. See, that goes with that gold there. That's perfect. I use some of this bit. A little bit of this. Not really. It's not really... It's creative, but it's not creativity. You know what I mean. Okay, I'm going to put her up in the thing there. I'm going to put that there and that there. Let's get the rest of our book and see what else we've got. I like those two together. See, I've already got, in making this collage, I've already got the start of another one, because I've got this, water, and I've got this, and these words, nobody in the universe can do what we're doing. There's the start of another collage. I could stick those down on a page ready to start my next collage if I wanted to. In fact, I might do that further in the book. So I've always got a collage going. Okay, so we've got the green and we've got the blue. We kind of want something dark-ish, but not too dark. This would be cool. Have I used her already? Oh, I think I've used her already. I think I used that picture already in my other book, because I think it was a big old picture. Am I going the right way? I think I am, yeah. Practice one of Ryoga's most popular poses, downward dog, daily, and you should alter your jeans. And alter my jeans, it would make them stretch way too much. Bum. I like this. See, this is another one where you could take the page out, put washi tape down on the back, get it together, fill in any blanks, maybe with pen or whatever, and then cut it out as a piece on its own. I love that picture. I think it's really... Oh, you can't see it. I love that picture. I think it's really pretty. But it goes across a page. I hate when magazines do that. It's really annoying. Oh, there's a potential creativity picture I just saw there. Look at that. That's a potential creativity. Look, it goes with the nature thing and it's greenish colours. It's dark at the bottom. Ah, that could work. That could work. I'm not going to use that one. Oh yeah, I like it. I'm open to new ideas, people and opportunities. Ooh! Silly mantras. I'm not really into silly mantras, but I like that bit. I don't have anything particularly against mantras, just in case any of you should think I do. I think they have their place, they're very useful and everything, but for me, every time I hear or see a mantra, I read it in that voice from The Life of Brian. Yes, we're all individuals. You know, and I can't get that out of my head. I'm sorry. It always happens. These aren't too bad. They're very Tumblr, aren't they? I found this on Tumblr. Okay, let's audition. Because that one would actually go with the other pictures as well, if it doesn't go here. So I'm okay with trying this out for different things. I like the little bird. Can I keep the little bird in there? Yes, I can. There we go. Okay, so this, if you look at this picture, look how it fits this colour scheme. Take the words out for a second and look how it fits that colour scheme. That's my brain. That's my subconscious going, oh, look, connections, connections, connections. Look at the colours, look at the colours, look at the colours. It all matches. Look at the colours. So I'm not even going to bother trying that for this. I'm just going to put it with these. I can use that later. This one I think is perfect. So let's get rid of the extra bits that we don't need and see what we can do. Ruler. Oh, my desk is such a mess of bits right now. Okay, I'm not going to cut that off yet. I want to see where this ends up. So I think actually I could cut it in line with that bit there so that it goes around the face that way. And her head will be there. And this will go down to there. Yeah, okay. So if I do this across here like this, that will fit in there. I can get rid of that bit of writing there, that's less to have to cover up. There we go. Oh, you can't see the flower. That's a shame. Oh, move her across a bit. There we go. Maybe even move her across to there. Do I need her ear in the picture? I don't think I do. Maybe move it so that that fits across there like that, and then I've got that bit there. And I only need to lose a little bit off of here for those flowers to show. There we go, perfect. Perfect. Now, before we stick that down, because I'm going to put a hand in front, I want to check that where the hand is going to be isn't like up her nose or something. Because I might have to move it if it's going to... See? Right slap bang in her mouth. That's not going to work, is it? If creativity is about expression, then that's not going to work because we're literally sticking our hand across her mouth. So maybe I need to rethink this image. Maybe I need to bring this image down here a bit. Maybe I need to maybe that image goes with this better. Maybe it should be on that page it started on. Okay. Let's roll with it. Let's roll with it. So my word creativity can cover up quite a bit of that. Ooh, a little bit of vertigo there. I hope that doesn't mean we're going to have a storm, because that usually means my inner ear's playing up. Okay, so I could put that there to cover up that bit and that corner. And then I've just got to figure out a way of covering over that bit. Where's that bit of green? Where's that bit of... Where's that bit of... I've got this bit of green here. That could potentially... it's a bit too light, maybe. I want something a bit darker. A little bit darker. Where's that other bit of green? I've got a bit of green left over from my elephant. Oh, I used it. The green from my elephants. I used it. I used it. Okay. Think. Oh, maybe I can use this bit. If I cut that bit off there. Hang on. That's going to go there. Like that. Maybe I can use this bit to cover up some of that writing. It looks a bit odd. I think what would be better is if let's take off the writing and put this underneath. I think that would be better. That would look better. There we go. Much better. Okay. So there. So let's fill that gap there with this. Oh, I can really feel the pressure going up. I'm sure there's going to be a storm or some heavy rain or something. My ears going a bit crazy. Okay, let's stick this one down here. Whoops. Whoops. Don't do that. And I want it to fit down in this corner so it's going to be easier to hold it this way up. Line it up there and there. That bit off. Okay. So now we've got this bit of creativity can go in here, and I've also got still these. Maybe I could put those there. No, then she knows she looks like she's sneezing. I like those over that side. So I still need a little something there to blend those two together. But it's looking better than it did before. So let's do a little bit of this over the top. Let's put that there. To go with that gold bit there. Let's try not to cover too much of her up. Cover up that part. Oops. No, up and over. Up and over. There we go. Let's not do that and pretend we did. Yeah, I've got glue everywhere there. Now I can use bits of this, I think, just to kind of create a bit of a blend across between the two colours. If that goes into there, like that. Use that bit of white there. Hopefully that will blend right into a flower if we're lucky. If we do it right. There you go, see? Right into a flower. Just what we need. Oops. So anchor it this side and blend it into the white over there. There we go. See how that blends perfectly into that flower? And perfectly into this. Now all we have to do is blend it downwards. So how about if we fit that into there. This is why rough edges are useful. So let's blend those two bits together. Like that. And then we've got this bit, we can take it up that way. Curves are your friends, guys. Curves are your friends. Blend that into there. There we go. Let's take that bit off and make it look like it goes behind there. Like I say, you can always come in with a bit of pen work if you want to make certain things stand out. Oops. There we go. One page completely covered. What I'm missing, of course, now is my central image. But that's okay. Nobody said this collage had to be finished today, right? So I'm going to go to my next central piece spread that I can find and start another one very quickly with the other images that I've already got. So this girl actually came from this bit of water, but the whole spread wouldn't actually have fit on my page, I don't think, so it doesn't really matter. Oh, it might have done. I guess I could piece her back together a bit, kind of make her look like that. Kind of a shame, actually. It would have been a good background image. I know I definitely don't want this thing in there, so let's get rid of that for a start. Let's maybe move her across so that she fits in the middle there. No, I like her on this side. I don't know why I like her on this side, but I do. her about there, which is where I had her on the other page. I've got this down here. And this one over here. Or maybe even the other way round. Maybe that way round. Kind of like a vision quest thing. Nope, I like her over there. Definitely like her on that page. What if I put this one on here as well? Oh, now that could work. That could work. That I like. Okay. Let's tear that off. Now, depending on where I put this, will influence where this piece goes. So let's put that bit right there. Let's get rid of that corner piece. I don't really need that. Really though? Really? Ooh, the light just went really funny. Did you see the change? Yeah, it's not me dropping frames. I think it must be your end. Okay, so let's... I want to keep the little bird there if I can. Break up this edge. Oh, sticky fingers! Fluffy! Oh yeah, my desk is an absolute mess right now. In fact, the bit in the middle looks actually quite tidy compared to what the sides look like. But I am now in the habit of, every time I finish a project, or I finish with my desk for the day, the last thing I do is clean my desk. And the reason I do it is because I heard Fran in a vlog, a while back, and funnily enough she said it again the other day. Friday Fran absolutely hates cleaning, but Monday Fran will absolutely love coming into a clean desk more than Friday Fran hates cleaning. So Friday Fran is going to do Monday Fran a favour and make sure the office is clean before I leave. And I thought, oh, well, that's a good way of looking at it. What would future Romany do? What would Monday Romany do? Oh, Monday Romany would appreciate a clean desk. No doubt about that. In fact, Saturday Romany will appreciate a clean desk tomorrow. So, because we're doing art and I like to start with a clean desk. Okay, and then this one, I kind of like the idea of using that to kind of blend those two images together. Let's see if it works. Ah, got sticky fingers. Thank God for washable glue. Okay, so if I blend it, yeah, about right on the edge there. Blend that there, and blend that so that that corner comes off and gets rid of that white writing. Follows that line there, and I can just tear that up straight like that, and then it will kind of blend out like that. That's good. That overlaps with that rock, so that, and that overlaps with that, so that kind of makes that fit. And then all I've got to do is just lose some of this extra at the top that I don't need. I like how all these colours blend together. This is it's a very Aquarian page, this one. The other one's a lot more earthy. Dog hair, that's the second one. Very nice. Very nice indeed. Okay, let's get this one sorted. Let's get rid of all the writing on the bottom of there. Nothing quite so satisfying as ripping paper. How far across is this going to come? If that comes to about there, shall I make that a straight edge? No. Let's make this a kind of a rough edge like that. That'll work better. I can overlap things onto it like this then. Or draw on it, or write on it, or whatever. I've also used watercolour in my moleskin, like watercolour paint. Pens don't work very well, but I've never had a problem with watercolour paint in a moleskin because I don't use a lot of water. So if you want to risk it, you could try watercolouring in your moleskin if you want to. Don't use a water brush because you can't control the amount of paint the amount of water you use. Use a proper brush, and then you can almost dry brush colour on. But you can also use pencil. Pencils work great in these moleskin pages. Make sure it folds flat. You see, because each page has only got one layer of paper over it, two in a couple of places. You can't even really see where it is. I mean, you can see where the page is open to, but that's actually not where the page is. There's one there, and there's one further on. Where's the other one gone? Can't even find it. Oh, it's back here somewhere. There it is. See, you couldn't even see where the page was. But because it's in the middle of the signature, it's holding the signatures in rather than pushing the pages out. You didn't notice the light change. Oh, it went from like quite warm to blue in a matter of seconds. Yeah, my desk's an absolute sight. Look at this. That's one side, and that's the other side. This side's quite okay because this is the inbox side. This is the outbox side. But I have a strategically placed bin right underneath, so I can go through all this and put the bits in the bin that I don't want. Okay. I like her there. Let's put her there. Back where she started. And what about using this quote? Nobody in the universe can do what we're doing. Doesn't that kind of look really cool? I think so. Maybe move her up a bit. How can I make it fit with that rock? Ugh. If I hadn't cut the bit of rock off, it would fit. Never mind. Let's do it like that. Ooh. Could do it like that. Let's do that. Take that bit of rock out of the equation. If you can't make it fit, get rid of it. You can always use that somewhere else. I'm not bothering to fussy cut her out because she's going back on the page that she originally started on, so the colours will blend together. She'll stand out. She won't look like she originally came from this page, which is kind of cool. Get this bit down first. There. That's better. Now she's kind of standing at an angle. Sorry, I keep going off the page, don't I? Now she's kind of standing at an angle. She looks a bit less Jesus-like. She's a bit more just open-armed now because she's at an angle. Now that's washi tape under there. That might need a bit more sticky. That might need something a little bit more heavy hitting in there. But I'll use a bit of, I've got a double-sided roller, so I'll just lift that up and put roller over the top of the washi tape. Nobody in the universe can do what we're doing. I like the way it hits that rainbow. Does it need more words? It's already got that one. And the fact that she's like too seeking and like open to possibilities. Does she need... I can always just stick this on a page if I want to. I don't have to use it in this page. Okay. I think I'm okay with leaving that one as it is because I don't really want to work anymore on another piece specifically. I hadn't planned on doing two collages. I hadn't planned on doing one collage. It just happened. These things happen. But I wasn't going to put these bits aside when they all go together. It's easier to just stick them down and come back to it later. Look at that. It's another one that side, look. Another wanderer with the same colour scheme. How about that? And I do like that tree there, but I don't think it really fits in that corner. So let's... Well, I'm not going to... When I collage, I like to work intuitively, and if things come up that I go, oh, look at that, that goes there. I kind of treat it like a jigsaw puzzle. You know, if I find something and I think, oh, that goes with that. I don't second guess it and go, oh, but does it? Could that be an edge piece over here? You know, if it looks like it goes together, let's see if it goes together. If it does, stick that thing down. I like that. And these little wandering people. I like the idea, the fact that this says open to new ideas, people and opportunities. And these are all like wandering set out and he's wandering over here. And I like the feel of this page. I like the feel of this. And then that's the other one, which is much more earthy kind of energy, I think. I need to do a little bit of... I'm not happy where this I'm not happy with this bit, and I'm not happy with this bit. I need to get rid of that line, and I need to get rid of, I need to do a little something here to make that. I think I need something coming across here, actually. Like a bit of ivy or something like that would be cool. If you imagine like something, you see that the way that greenery is put there, if it came kind of from here across and the leaves went over into here. I mean, I could draw that on and paint and colour it in. A little bit of gouache and that'll work fine. I guess I could use that, but I don't want that dark piece there. Oh, what if it went across that way? Oh, the leaves are upside down then, that looks weird. No, let's not. And if all else fails, I've got another 12 magazines outside I can always have a look at. So, good God, it's 20 to 5. Time flies when you're having fun. See, this is what I like about these Friday afternoons now, where I don't have to keep an eye on the clock and go, oh, but I'm on YouTube later. It's very freeing being able to do that, and I can just work until I run out of steam. I like these creative sessions because it's fun to just play, and it'll still fit with my One Book July stuff because there's no music. I can put it up as a replay on YouTube. I always check the backs on my bits of collage as well. You never know what you'll find. And even this, I mean, I cut that bit off of that watery page because I didn't like the words on that page. But look at that page. Look at that. I mean, it fits this page perfectly. Break the bonds. Have Twitch and YouTube stopped for the summer? Huh? Why would Twitch and YouTube stop for the summer? As I often say, Rachel, rephrase. Hi, Boo Boo. What's the matter? Oh, you're hungry? Do you want your hungries? Is it snack time? Is it snack time, Boo Boo? Do not mess with me, Mama. I has a hungry. Oh no, I changed my things around. That's all. I've changed my because I'm doing every day on YouTube at the moment, and it's too much. Can't do it all at once. Can do all the things, but not all at the same time. So I'm doing. Yeah, give it a go. Give it a try. See what happens. Are you going to be on YouTube or on here? No, Rach, I'm doing, instead of doing 12 and 4 on Wednesdays and Fridays, I'm doing 5 o'clock on YouTube on a Wednesday. Shh. And then I do either 12 or 1, depending on what time I get up. Usually 1, let's be honest. Okay, well, I've got you on notifications anyway, so I should see you if you come on. Scooby, you've been a noisy little brat. Can you hold on for 2 seconds? Yeah? Could you do that? Oh, you're a good boy. Just give me 2 seconds. I'm nearly finished. And then we'll go to the park. Okay? Yes. It's all in the calendar, Rach. But I'm doing Wednesdays on YouTube at 5 because 5 till 7 works better, and I sometimes do 5 till 8. And it frees up my Wednesday to do a recorded video for YouTube. And then Fridays I start here at 12 or 1, and I just keep going until I get bored. Some days that's been an hour, some days that's been 5 hours. Today it's 3.5 hours, nearly 4 hours. You know, I just, you know, when I run out of steam or I get hungry or the dogs start moaning that they want to go out, I stop. But it means I can stream on Fridays for as long as I want, and I don't feel pressure because I'm not always looking at the clock going, oh yeah, but I'm doing YouTube at 4. It just frees me up to, you know, I would have missed YouTube at 4. It's nearly 5 o'clock. So it just makes more sense. I can do all the things, but not all at once. I must remember this. Keep saying it to myself. Oh, look at that. That would make, there we go. That's coming back to the centre again, isn't it? Look at that. Or we've got the balance one. Oh, I think the balance. Whoa. Dudes. Balance. Is that or is that not what she's doing? Balancing, right? Balance. Yes. Even if I put that there, that would balance out the page, actually. Okay, I'm going to put that there, inside that bit, tuck it in the middle there, and I put that bit there, tuck it into that bit there, so it doesn't come out when I'm turning pages, and then I'll go back to my other pages. Thanks for joining me, guys, and I will see you again next Friday, hopefully. Fridays are a little bit hit and miss here at the moment, because if it's a really nice day, I take the dogs out, because we don't get that many nice days. I can't afford to waste them, and the rest of the week I'm working. It's not like I can just take time off. Well, I can take time off whenever I feel like, in theory, but in practice it's not that easy. I've got YouTube videos to do and stuff, so really Friday is the day that I can skive off early, as with most people who have a job. So, but I will always try and come on for at least a little bit, and then see where we go from there. Even if it's just like 10 minutes just to do a little bit of collage and have a chat. I do like to pop in, and I usually think of something to do while I'm here. You're live here. Ooh, are you live? Can we raid you? Can I raid you? I've forgotten how to raid people. I don't know how to do it. How do you raid? I can't remember. Okay, everybody. If you're going to go and watch... Actually, even if you're not going to go and watch Cody's stream, hang on for a second, because I will try and remember how to do the raid thing. And then we'll all turn up at Cody's stream, and that'll help her numbers. Make her numbers look good. Because lots of people came to watch her channel all at once. Every little helps, believe me. Why can't I get my... Oh, it's already open, that's why. Okay, so Twitch. Twitch, start a raid. How do you start a raid? How to use raids? How do you start a raid on Twitch? Let your viewers know you're going to start a raid. Then share a chat message that you want your viewers to paste into the channel when they arrive. Just say hi. It's Cody. To start a raid, type raid followed by the name of the channel. E.g. raid like that. Oh, okay. So is that all? Is that all you have to do? Okay. So according to this, if I type in raid Cody doll art, no, Cody doll girl, she is on here, and press enter, ready to raid. Follow the link. Follow the link. We're all gonna go and raid her. Ready? Woohoo! We're here! We made it! Wow!